Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about this book that I read. It was the recent book that we discussed in the book club that I co host called Girl Talk Apologetics. And I'll be talking a little bit about the next book that we're about to start discussing tomorrow, actually. So I'll talk a little bit more about that if you're interested in joining, if you are a lady. But let's talk about this book first and the things that I felt helped me to grow as a person and in my walk with Jesus. So, first of all, the title of this book is A New Kind of Apologist, and you've probably already heard me discuss it several times in my other YouTube videos. The general editor is Sean McDowell, and he had many different apologists write essays on different topics. And it was really interesting to read, different topics. Mostly, what I liked about this is learning that you can listen to different perspectives and learn from them even if you disagree on certain things. The main thing that I really appreciated and I feel like it helped me to grow as a person was the recurring theme where, it really does challenge us to be aware of our purpose in doing something or talking about something and how we go about disagreeing with someone. So, when I first started learning about apologetics, it's very easy to just develop this mentality of I'm right and they're all wrong, and I'm just going to let you know how wrong you are and why you're so wrong. And it can become into something that it's all about me. It's all about me showing you how right I am. And then somewhere along the way you can be like, oh wait, I'm supposed to care about that person, I'm supposed to love that person. How does that fit into how I do apologetics? Well, in this book, there's this, each person pretty much stresses the importance of doing apologetics for the right reason. And first of all, that we are all apologists. Whoever is a Christian is an apologist. We're all giving, first of all, we're all believing because we have good reasons to believe in that Christianity is true. But also, we are commanded in the Bible to preach the gospel. And so as we are sharing the good news with others, we are supposed to give good reasons, right? So that's what makes us apologists. But at the same time, you're going to be a lousy apologist if you do not know how to communicate with people that disagree with you. And so I feel like this book really helped me to learn to consider different viewpoints and to find something you can agree with someone and then go from there. It gives you a quick explanation of how you would go about using like Christian apologetics in this arena, in this topic or that topic. And there are also interviews, short little interviews throughout the book were conducted by Sean McDowell, and there are some there people that are not even Christians. And again, things that you can learn from people that have different views than you, but you can still learn from them, like how to be a better Christian apologist or just some things to keep in mind. So I definitely enjoyed reading this book and I recommend it. And definitely keep an open mind which is a good, skill to get better at, because one of my favorite chapters in this book was just realizing how argumentative we are as a culture today, and how we don't know how to talk to each other. We don't know how to disagree. We don't know how to find some middle ground. And we think that yelling at each other is how we make a difference in this world. Whereas, that's not going to work to bring someone to the truth of Christ. But, we also need to learn those skills for in just life. If we're going to be a better society, a better country, we need to be able to have these conversations with people we disagree with, so that we can persuade them in a way that is winsome. So definitely Sean McDowell is someone that exemplifies this as well in his own ministry as a teacher, in his YouTube channel. And we actually had a Q&A with him at the book club, Girl Talk Apologetics. We recorded for the benefit of any of the ladies that weren't able to make it on that day, but also for you guys. We like to share our Q&As so that you can also be a part of that information.
Yeah. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
So the first question comes from me, actually, and I would love to know if it has been helpful in any way to have a Christian apologist as a father.
It's been helpful in a ton of ways, personally and professionally. So personally, I don't know that I would have stated it at the time growing up, because you just look at your dad or your parents as your parents, not so much the way everybody else looks at them. But I interestingly enough, just interviewed an atheist who I haven't posted on my YouTube channel yet. And he was raised with a mom who's a Marxist. But what we had in common is both of our parents raised us to think about both sides, to examine truth, to think critically. And that's just one thing my dad always taught me. Look at both sides, whether it's politically. He'd be like, son, have you thought about this? If I was a skeptic, I'd push back. And he just taught me to think that way and value truth. Professionally, I would be fooling myself if I pretended that being a McDowell didn't have anything to do with my success. I get that. People recognize my father. I've had book opportunities, speaking opportunities. That's no secret. But all I can say to people that know me is that it's actually motivated me to work harder rather than ride coattails. Is that if somebody says that, I know in my heart, like, sorry, like you said, 2 masters, PhD, I worked my tail off. And so, yes, it's given me advantages professionally and personally.
So here's the next book. We will be reading Tactics by apologist Gregory Kokel. This book is all about teaching us a game plan for discussing our Christian convictions. And we're really excited to get into this. Maybe we're going to do a little apologetics role play in our discussions. So if that's something that you've always been interested in doing, learning more about how to, explain what you believe, or how to respond to certain things that are challenging and you just kind of felt stuck, then make sure to join us. You can register and find out more information about our book club at girltalkapologetics.com. And I really hope and look forward to seeing you there tomorrow, January 18th. And if you're watching this video at a later time, why don't you go and check out our YouTube channel, Girl Talk Apologetics, or our website, girltalkapologetics.com, and see if we've already uploaded that future Q&A with Gregory Kokel there. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye.